Hey guys, Robin here. So one of the best videos on YouTube is where people share their journey and I can tune in to follow along. At least that's the content I like to see. So that's why I'm updating you on the latest stats of my financial freedom progress. So my ultimate goal is to have 2 million euros in various assets to call myself financially free. And I'm now 12% on track. So in a nutshell, if I were to invest 1,000 euros every month with a 6% annual return rate, I would reach my goal after 41 years. If there is a higher return than 6%, for example 8%, I will reach my goal within 35 years. So in my case, for the last 15 months, I didn't invest 1,000 euros per month. Instead, I invested 10,000 euros per month. I now have 240,010 euros invested in total, including profits. So if I were to stop contributing to my investment portfolio completely, meaning I won't add new money to it every single month or every single year, I would still reach my goal in around 37 years with a 6% return rate. How crazy is that? So if I were to stop adding money to my investments, I would still end up with 2 million euros after around 37 years if and only if there is at least a 6% average return rate, obviously. However, if there is an 8% return rate on average, I will end up with an end balance of more than 4 million euros without even adding new money to my investments after 37 years. And if you don't understand the math behind this, it probably confuses the hell out of you. At least it did for me in the beginning. Anyhow, enough with all the dreaming, let's look at the actual numbers. So if this pie chart represents all the money I have, so all my assets minus my liabilities combined, I'm 76% invested in various assets and I have 24% in cash. So that's my regular and business bank account, PayPal account and some cash I have in my brokerage and Coinbase account. So if we dive into that bigger part of the pie, that 76% invested, we'll see how I invest my money on a percentage basis. Because screaming only numbers like 1,000 euros in cash or 100,000 euros in cash does not say that much if you don't know how much they have in total. So for example, if you have $100 million in total and only you have $100,000 in cash, you have $99.9 million invested. In other words, in this case, you're heavily invested because you only have 0.1% in cash. On the other hand, if you have 100,000 pounds in total, and if this 100,000 pounds is all the money you have, and you have this 100,000 pounds in cash, it means you are 0% invested. In other words, you have all the money you have in cash. You get the point, right? Knowing the percentages is very important. And this is the reason I'm always very interested in hearing percentages when people explain their portfolio, because then I better understand the strategy. Without these percentages, there's no way to understand one strategy. So coming back to my pie chart, I'm 76% invested and I have 24% in cash. So the next question is, how is my money invested? So of that 76% invested, I have 84% in stocks and 16% in cryptos. So that's it. I don't have real estate or other assets besides my own business, but trying to calculate the value of my company makes it way too complex for this video. So I have 48% invested in the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, 33% in the Vanguard All World ETF, 13% in Bitcoin, 3% in the Vanguard Emerging Markets ETF, and 3% in Ethereum. And if I did my math correctly, adding these numbers all up would make 100%. So then another exciting thing to know is the percentages of my crypto portfolio, meaning how much percent do I have in Bitcoin and how much is Ethereum. So for this, I follow the strategy of Robert Breedlove. So I'm not sure if he changes his mind, but like a year ago or so, he wasn't a big fan of altcoins, meaning other coins than Bitcoin. So he thinks that if you want to buy other coins than Bitcoin, your allocation to altcoins, so other coins than Bitcoin, should not be more than 10% of your total crypto portfolio. Why? Because Bitcoin is 40% of the total value of all cryptocurrencies combined. So you can compare it with the S&P 500. The total market cap of the S&P 500 is close to 39 trillion US dollars. The total market cap of the entire world is $98 trillion. This means that if you buy the S&P 500, you hold 40% of the whole stock market. The total stock market cap of Bitcoin is close to $1 trillion. The total market cap of all the cryptocurrencies combined is $2.3 trillion, meaning Bitcoin is 40% of the entire crypto market. Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency, and that's why I also hold Ethereum. Ethereum is 20% of the entire crypto market. So of my total crypto assets, I have 83% in Bitcoin and 17% in Ethereum. Then lastly, which is a good thing to keep in mind in my opinion, is to keep an eye out on your entire allocation strategy. So for me, if I take a look at all my assets combined, or money or net worth, if you like to call it, I have 12% in crypto, 24% in cash, and 64% in stocks. So let's have a look at my personal spendings and savings rates. So as said before, my goal is to have 2 million euros invested in various assets, meaning stocks and crypto, and maybe other investments too in the future. So at the moment I have a relatively low fixed cost of living and can therefore afford to invest the majority of my income. Furthermore, entering a new lockdown here in the Netherlands also results in me saving more of my income. So last month in December 2021, I made 6,665 euros in gross income, and I spent in total 977 euros personally. So that's 415 euros in rent and other housing costs, 189 euros in groceries, and then 357 euros in personal spending. In other words, I saved and invested 85% of December's income. But yes, I do need to pay taxes on my income later. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment if you want to say hello or ask me a question.